DIY friends, so happy you took the time again to come over and to see what we are up to. For everyone who is new here, welcome. And my name is Yanni and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Diane. For today, I take out of my stash some free wood and I'm going to try to make Santa's present bag, but of course with a twist and two candy canes out of wood and twine. So if you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to the NMI Decoeasy channel and of course our all year round Christmas channel all about Christmas. So you find all the links you need in the description box, so go ahead, check it out. For now, enough talking, let's jump into our DIY. For this DIY, we only need a couple of things. We need two prints. I use a Santa bag and of course a candy cane. We need an old piece of wood and I had laying this in my stash, but of course also have a bigger part because I think I want the candy cane and my Santa bag a little bit bigger. And we need, of course, twine. And I use a little bit of the thinner one, but of course you can use a little bit of the thicker one. Then you are finished a little bit earlier than, than me. So these are the main things we need for this DIY. You see here I have my two prints. I will cut them out. And of course I give a little bit my own twist on it because I want to change it up a little bit. And of course I will cut out my candy cane and then we're going to go outside and we are going to get our jigsaw and we are going to saw it out. And you see here already I did draw over my candy canes. I did two of them and I saved some board. When you lay it on the right way, then you can save a little bit of your wood because it's always a waste of wood if you just place it inside of here and just don't consider how much wood it will cost. So now I have it totally on this side. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I did cut out already my Christmas bag and now I really go with you together outside to saw my candy cane and my bag. And here you see our pieces cut out and you see just I made two candy canes and I made one wooden bag. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to make one of them and I think also the other one I will do in the twine. So we will do that first and later on we will work with our Santa's bag. So I have my glue gun ready. What we're going to do, I'm going to try to start on the underside. So I'm going to do a little bit of my glue and I'm laying down my twine as close as I can get around the underside. So you see a little bit this way and now we're going to try to get it over here just as close as you can. And of course I'm going to, it is a little bit of a task just to get it on the underside and glues and I have to keep it in place for a little moment. And of course we are going to turn around again and we are going to do one layer of glue next to the other one. And just again you have to start just with a little piece of your twine because you have to work, when you start this you have to work in little sections because or else it will fall apart. And again just do a little line over here next to the other part and I show it to you in a moment a little bit closer, but I have to get my start. And you see here, this is what I mean. And of course the underside we will work that away, but you see now we already have the first line and now it will be getting easier and easier because now you can just turn it around. I will do a part until here and then I show you. And here you see already I am almost halfway and this is so easy. I didn't use glue only on the beginning, but on this part I don't use glue. It is just simple turning it around and I made this candy cane from wood, but of course you can also make it from a little bit of a thicker piece of cardboard, from a cereal box. It doesn't matter, you can use anything and maybe you also can make it from some swim noodle. Do you always, and you do some wire inside of the swim noodle in the middle, then you can bend it so you can also make your own candy cane. But you see, it is so simple. It is just turning your twine around until you are on the part which is the rounding, and then we have to do it a little bit with some glue. But I am finished this off and then I show you the next step. You see already, this is the first candy cane, and of course you see here I had to double up sometimes here in the rounding, because or else you didn't get the bow over here, so you did sometimes have to go double over the inside, and then you get an, yeah, I think it turned out very nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the second one also with twine, and then we are going to decorate it. I just wanted to show you also when I'm in the little corners over here, and you see I do layers. Sometimes I just do a layer over each other, and this one I do next. So this one is over each other, and the outer ending is next to it. So you see, and then we do again a couple normal ones, and then again one over each other, and this one next to each other. I hope you can see it. So you see, and this way I try to get a nice neat rounding. So again, one over the other one, and this one next to it, and this way you get, he is trying to get his round with me. So I am, oh, I don't have to do so. You see, this, it is a little bit of a task. So, and it is really bad for your fingers and hands. If you have, just like me, problems with arthritis in your hands, this is not a great great way to do it, but I'm doing my best. So I will finish this off, and this is the result of a lot of hard work to get the roundings the way I wanted to. So what you're going to do right now, I'm just going to want to have, of course, on our candy cane we want to have our stripes, and I'm not going for the red stripes this time, but of course you can do the red stripes if you like it a little bit better. I have a red, but I thought for me I like a little bit more of the black. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue a little piece on the back side, just a little dot of glue, and I'm just going to lay down sideways, so not straight but a little bit how you call it, diagonal. I hope I say it right, but at least you see what I mean. And I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to make little stripes, but again try to get it as the same measurements inside of each other, so they have a nice array of stripes. So I'm going to figure this out because I can't help you with that. So I'm going to do different this way on the stripes. And you see, I am busy with my second candy cane with the stripes and the spaces in between, and I saw my my explaining for the first one, and this was English for beginners. I didn't even understand myself. So I just meant, just make sure that you have the same spaces in between the lines. So this is a little bit better than I explained it. I also must not explain in English. I just have to show you. I think that's a little bit better. And of course I am using my first candy cane for the same, you see, I'm just laying them every time on top of each other to see if I am still on the same line or not. So, and this way I get two for the same candy cane. So I will finish this off, and then we're going to decorate it. Both of the candy canes are finished, and I think they look very similar, so I am really happy about that. I did go to my computer and I printed out a little tag we are going to use for decorating our candy cane. So I did 4 of the bigger ones, but they are really too big. So I'm going to cut out 4 of them, and I'm going to place them on my board. But of course you can use cardboard, it doesn't matter what you use, and you can also use thicker paper, but I will cut them out, and then we're going to Mod Podge them on a piece of board. You see, I have 4 pieces of my board, and I did 5 by 5 centimeters. I don't know if this 2.5 inches, if I am correct, at least 4 of the same. And I made my print a little bit bigger so I can glue a Mod Podge it on top of it, and then go over with my sanding tool, and I'm going to sand the sides. So, but first I'm going to Mod Podge them on top of here. They all are dried up. So what I'm going to do, you also can use a piece of sanding paper, but you just go over the sides with your sanding tool. And here we call it a file. I don't really know how you call it in English, but at least go over it and you see already the sides come off very easily. And so do all the four corners. So you get a nice rustic side of your little picture. And then we are going to do some twine on the back side, and we are going to decorate it on top of our candy cane. I've sent all the pictures, and my first idea was just to do a little piece of twine on the back side of our little uh, sign, to do it on the back side and just hang it on the sideways, one longer and one shorter than the other one. But I thought maybe it's also nice just to glue one on top of here and a little bit sideways and just do a little bow just exactly under your little sign. And I think I like it this way a little bit better, fitting with my decor. But of course you're free to do any idea you like. So I will glue this on both of them and do a little bow, and this bow is just made the way you tie your shoes. You see already both of them are finished. I'm going to work away the glue wires, and then I'll show you the end result of our two a little bit different candy canes. And here you see the end result of our two made from twine candy canes, and I am really happy how both of them turned out. And I know they are a little bit different maybe than the normal candy canes, but I like a little bit different. So in a moment I show both of them a little bit closer, but for now, thank you so much for being here and spending a little bit of your day together with me. Hey everyone, just popping in to say that this video is also part of a beautiful challenge which is called the Twine It Up Challenge. It is hosted by the beautiful Fanny from Created by Favi, and for this month is her co-host Jelena from Blondie Next Door. Of course, you'll find both the links from the ladies in our description box, and of course also the playlist with tons of beautiful inspiration for you to find. Enough talking, let's go further in our DIYs. And for this DIY, we are going to do Santa's bag. And what I'm going to do, I really love to have them also totally into the twine. It is a lot of work, but I am going to try it because I think it will look amazing. So we will see if I am correct or not. Of course, you also can paint it, and also this Santa's bag you also can make from cardboard. So you don't have to use wood. What I'm going to do, like I said, in the with the candy cane, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of the glue. I'm starting on the underside, at least I'm going to try. And again, later on, I will work this piece away. And I really love this as a centerpiece in the tree. So I'm going to do a little in the middle, a little line, just so I can prepare my twine for the roundings, and it will be a little bit of a task in the first, but of course DIYing is sometimes also an experiment. Just try and go for it. We will see how everything will turn out, and most of the time it does, but but not always. So we will see how this one will turn out. So again, on the front side also go ahead and just glue it as low as you can, and just take a little bit of your time just to do this right, because if you have this right, you have the whole Santa's bag all right. So again, just do it a little bit, and later on, like I said, later on I will work it away. We turn it around again, and we're going to finish it off the last line, and now I'm going to go over the first one. So you see, just go over it, place it in here, and just move your twine over here and just keep it in place. So now you have already your first lines glued, and now it is very easy. Just go, keep it straight and just as tight as you can, and just do it this way and just glue it a little bit over here, and then place it on to the next step. You see here I am almost at the top, but I have to be honest, it was really a task, more than I thought, because you have to glue always the sides and a little bit in the middle, because he is going around. So you need to use a little bit of glue, because or else it doesn't work. So but the result, I really love the result, so I'm really happy that I did it, but you have to take some time to do it. And that's also the way the top is going a little bit better. So also, but probably when we go to the top over here, it probably will be difficult to get the little around. I will show it to you in a moment if I succeed or not. We will see how this will turn out. And here you see how our center present bag turned out. And of course you have both sides, and I am really, even it was a real task to do it, especially of course also on the top. You saw it a little piece. I just show it to you how it is done, but it is a little bit difficult. It takes a lot of time, but at the end it's worth it. So I am really happy how he turned out, especially if you can use it inside of a wreath for the Christmas season. You can do you can do them in a Christmas tree. This the great thing, and you can do a stand behind it, and you even can let it be a sign. What we're going to do right now, we are going to decorate it, and I'm going to take you along to my computer to make a little tag for on top of our bag. So we will see how this will be. So come along to my computer and then I show you. And here you see how our tag turned out, and I am really happy with the shape and the black and white and a little touch of the red for the center. I will cut it out and draw it over on a piece of board, and I use free board from IKEA, because in our IKEA you have a corner there you can find free wood, but I heard that not in every IKEA you can find the free wood. So go check out your IKEA if you have free wood over there too. Of course, we got the tip from Sandrina, so thank you so much, Sandrina, again for giving us the tip for the free wood, because in our IKEA they have free wood. So, but of course, you can use some piece of cardboard from a cereal box or something else. Just don't buy things for it. You just can draw it over on some piece of board or piece of cardboard. So you see, I did cut out my little tag, and I know you see it now backwards, so but don't worry, this is just my telephone. What I'm going to do, I just got a piece of old board, like I said, and it is very thin. So, but it gives a little bit more sturdiness than if you have cardboard. So if you use cardboard, do a little bit of the thicker cardboard. And it looks, I think it looks a little bit better. So you see, I can get it over here. So I'm going to, with some pencil, just going to draw it over and just make the lines around, and then I'm going to cut it out. That will be a little task, but at the end, I think it's worth it. And you see here, I did cut out our tag, and it was a task. Cardboard is easier. Let's keep it to that. Probably I do the next time I just do cardboard, but I managed, and it looks quite nice. And of course you don't even see it, but it's for my feeling that it's a little bit thicker when you hang it on top of your center bag. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to use some Mod Podge, but simple Mod Podge. But of course, if you have school glue or you make your own Mod Podge, that's totally great because I can make the Mod Podge. So if you can, just go ahead, and I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of our tag. And of course I'm just doing the whole tag because he will be covered totally. So I'm just going to place it over, and I'm going to try not to do some Mod Podge on my tag because I don't really like that, especially. So, and I love that you see a little bit of the lines from the board because that gives a little bit more of a rustic feeling. So we are going to glue this on top of our present bag. So my little tag is dried up. Like I said, I'm going to glue it on top of our center bag, and now I took some black velvet ribbon. Of course you can use anything you like, and I use the same twine as I did my present bag with. So first I'm going to give it in a moment a little bow with the black, and then I will do a couple of the branches, and you can find them outside, just branches from a tree, and I will place them in between, and then we are going to glue our twine bow on top of here. So my glue is ready, and of course I'm just going to do a little glue over here and over here, and then I hope it will stick in place, but we will see. And of course you can use any glue you like. I place it over here and just squeeze it until it is dried up. And of course I see already I am gluing on my table right now. My whole table is under the glue. So you see I place just a little piece of the velvet ribbon under our present bag. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue one piece of our ribbon this way and a little bit sideways. And of course also do a little bit of glue over here. Then you can place it easier to place your little ribbon down. So you see, this is a little bit what I mean. Now it goes down. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to glue it on top of here. Just do some glue up here on your ribbon and just place your ribbon over here and just remove the glue wires. And I'm going to cut it off, and of course we are going to do it with some fishtail. And I have to do this one also. You see, now we have it, at least the base already for our first place around our present bag. You see, I will show to you a little bit this way. What we're going to do right now, I'm just have my old branches and I'm just cutting them in half, and also this one, and I'm going to place them on top of each other just like this. And now you can place them over here. So first what I'm going to do a little bit of twine around it, because or else I probably, and you can also do elastic band, is the same. You can also do a little piece of elastic band around it. Of course I will do a couple of turns from twine and just do a knot on top of it. At least when my camera is running, I'm not doing anything because nothing works when my camera is running, but sorry about that. So you see, I will cut it off, and this way. Now at least they stay together. I'm probably going to work my way a little bit inside. I will do a little piece of the little branches off. So I'm going to glue this on top of here, so it gives a little bit more, yeah, I don't know, a little bit more different textures. You see, I had a little change of plans. After my velvet ribbon, I did a little couple of turns with my twine. So I just took a little piece of twine, just did it 3 times, and just made a bow around the black ribbon. So exactly in the middle of the black ribbon. And on top of there I did my branches. So in a moment you see the end reveal of our little Christmas Santa present bag. And here you see our end reveal of our homemade from Twine, our Santa present bag, and I am really happy how it turned out. Like I said, it was a little bit of a task, a little bit, it takes a little bit of your patience, but at the end you will be happy how he will turn out. So in a moment I show it to you a little bit closer, but for now I am really happy you did this DIY together with me. And let's go to our next one.